Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Perfect Grade Podcast, your weekly show where we talk about the latest news, series, movies, games, model, kit releases, and basically anything and everything Gundam under the sun. This podcast wouldn't be possible without our partners Gunpla Photography and Hobby Link Japan. Whether you are browsing for your latest Gunpla kit or whatever hobby you need from the land of the rising sun, head over to Hobby Link Japan by using GP's affiliate link found in the description below. I am one of your hosts, Raynan, and alongside me is my the co-hosts, the Gunpla modeler, the moderator, the Unipla. We got Miguel, and the creator of one of the most active Gunpla communities, Gunpla Photography, the Gunpla photographer himself, the daddy, the bald one. We got GP, and for this episode, special guest taking Gunpla photography to the next level. His lighting equipment, always perfect. His camera, always on point. The man behind the Far Side 7 gallery. We have Joseph. Let's go.
Hello,
Horse so
hello,
Thank you.
Welcome, Joseph.
Yeah,
hello. Thanks for having me.
yeah thanks.
Welcome to the show,
Thank
man.
you for accepting our invite. All right, now before we get to the topic of the show, as always, how is everyone's week?
It's fine.
It's fine. It's
All good.
fine.
Eli got
Okay.
married,
Oh yeah,
Oh, damn.
deja vu.
Yeah.
and Chad Floyd later will get married.
Yeah, congratulations to Chad
Congrats,
and Elia. How about
Chaz.
Chaz?
Congratulations.
Sorry.
You're getting married this month also, is it?
Chaz
sorry?
what?
Chas Boy? Chas Boy's
Yeah.
also getting...
Yeah.
Oh.
He's in the Philippines now, getting married around QC.
Oh,
Nice, nice. It's marriage season. The GP just got married too. Last what?
the
It was
year.
last year.
2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Yeah. Oh, just in time because it's February 14th today. Happy Valentine's
Oh.
Day, everyone.
Happy Valentine. Belated Happy Valentine.
So Elia
Aw,
got
and-
married on Valentine's Day. That's cute.
I'm spending it
No,
all with
he
you.
didn't get married today. He got married sometime within this week.
Oh, sometime within this week. So
Oh.
still very much in the Valentine season.
True.
How about you, Joseph? How's your week? Any builds? Any new builds you're working on?
Not necessarily new. I'm in the middle of fixing my son's SD unicorn.
Oh.
So, yeah, so because my kids are also has also started building.
Nice.
I think because my friends also saw that I was doing the Gundam stuff, right? And then I introduced my kids to the hobby through Pokemon, so Pokepla. And then over the Christmas season, they received quite a few kits. And my son was building I was helping him build the SD Banshee, Unicorn Banshee,
Right.
and I broke the beacon. So
Oh, you broke it.
I was the one who broke it, not him. so I broke it and then okay, what the heck? Just fix it and then might as well paint it.
Oh.
Mm,
Will you be posting
yeah.
it anywhere? Gunpla photography, maybe?
Well, probably when I finish. Actually, just nice because it would complete the set. I have oh yeah, here the Kshatriya, and then I have this one, the Art Hero.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Looks
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, looks good.
I'm gonna try building one of those.
Detailed.
I haven't built any SD kits in a while.
Yeah, I usually build SDs as warm-ups for like the bigger builds.
Also, usually do
Right.
warm-ups just to get the where do you warm up? Like get
Yeah, so-
the feel going. Yeah.
Whenever I purchase like a new equipment, so I
see.
test it out like smaller kits first.
Mm-hmm.
So like or smaller or rather the cheaper kits. So my cheaper kits have been victims to my experiments. So my EGs, my SDs. So like they're always the first ones to get scribed on or get cut or
Oh,
get painted on.
Oh.
did you just started scribing?
Just last year.
Oh, nice.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, so I bought like some cheap scribing tools off of China.
I have a question about SD kits. Like, do they have different grades as well?
MG SD, I think there's a cross silhouette. I haven't tried
Oh.
I think that one has also a frame, and then you can like sort of like
Yeah.
interchange the armor or something.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
SDs
I
have
think
inner
the
frames. Oh.
yeah the cross silhouette one.
All right.
Man, look at that SD Kshatriya. That's rare. Very rare.
I think they reprinted last year. There were
Oh,
quite a few kits being sold here last year.
Hmm.
The HG one is harder to find,
Hmm.
but I think
more
they also
expensive.
reprinted last year.
Mm.
Yeah, that's pretty rare. It's a pretty rare kit.
Yeah.
I'm looking for one though.
It's so hard to find rare kits. I just started rewatching Gundam X, and I'm looking for Versago right now, and it's so hard to find again. Uh, I'm looking for the 1/100 scale, but
Oh
yeah.
man.
Well,
You should win GBWC and go to Japan
yeah, yeah,
and look
I know,
for
right?
You
Joseph,
just said
huh?
nonchalantly win GBWZ,
Yeah.
go to Japan.
All right, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll win. Oh, you know that Gojo quote? Nah, I'd win, and then he just ends up losing anyway.
Hey, Hajime. Shout out, Hajime.
Shout out to the champions.
Yeah.
Team to beat.
team to beat.
Team to beat. All right, Joseph, I have a question. Are you a gamer?
Yes.
Yes? Good, because on to our first segment of the show, this week's breaking news. We have some gaming news from bo2.game.jp. Zeta Gundam 3P2 type joins GBO2, the game that GB is really fond of playing. That's
Oh,
Gundam
yeah,
Battle
that's
Operations
cool.
2. Yeah, they're getting a new Gundam. And from Forbes.com, out of all the places I never expected the Gundam news from Forbes. Gundam Extreme vs. 2 Infinite Boosts gets location tests in March. This is a new video game. It's an update to Gundam Extreme vs. 2 over Boost that will start getting location tests in Japan arcades. Unfortunately, this new Gundam game will be exclusive to arcades, so we won't probably be able to play it, which is sad. Speaking of video games, this is one from X, formerly Twitter. Hideo Kojima just watched G-Quack's The Beginning film, and he's got some thoughts on it, and more on that later. And there's a new release from Gunpla, nerd.blogspot.sg, P Bandai RG1 144 Sword Impulse Gundam Spec 2 will be releasing this March 2025 for 4,180 yen. And that's this week's breaking news, and to our thoughts and discussion.
Man, you should definitely win Gundam GBWC this year.
For that
So you
arcade
can
game?
play that arcade.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. It's easier said than done. But yeah, Joseph, are you familiar with this game?
Not really. I think I tried Gundam Breaker at some point.
Hmm.
I I found the controls to be too complicated for me.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Then I just
tried
like,
it when I was in Royd's house. When I was in GP's house, I tried playing.
Which breaker
I have-
did you play? The newest one, the 4?
for I think so. Whatever was available on PlayStation.
Oh, okay, okay. Probably that probably is the 4th one. Yeah. So Roy, as someone who GP, sorry, I mean, someone who plays GBO2, are you excited for this?
Yeah, I actually just experienced that new suit.
Hmm?
It's alright. I mean, I wasn't piloting it, but I was against it, and I don't know. They got shot down fast, so I can't really tell if it's a good suit or not. But it transforms. It's the Miguel. It's the Red Zeta. The
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I bought before.
No. I think one of our buddies bought that kit
Yeah.
from
Mm,
you.
right. Right.
Yeah.
So that was that, and yeah, it's fine, I guess. Most Zetas in the game are kind of OP, right? Because they transform. Basically, transformable suits in the game are strong because they can like exit or escape anywhere.
So
So
more mobility for them.
More mobility,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
Do they heal when they transform?
They do. Yeah, and
Damn, that sucks.
well, not really when they transform, but if their HP is below 50%, they get buffs, back their HP, stuff like that.
Man, that
That's
sucks.
yeah. I forgot biosensor. I think it was called a biosensor from the Zeta.
Mm.
Yeah, sucks. That sucks. It sucks when you're playing against it, but it's cool when you're using it.
Yeah, man. As always.
Damn.
And to the next news, the Gundam Extreme versus 2 Infinite Boost. We don't really have a footage for it yet. Um, it's just a picture of the article.
Infinite
Yeah,
Boost is where that Gundam with the guitar came from, right?
There's a
yeah.
Gundam with a guitar?
The
Yeah,
extreme
dude.
gun.
Oh my god,
Yeah, the Extreme Gundam.
I have to
I
search
hate
this.
it.
Why?
I don't know.
Just hate it for no reason.
I hate things for no reason.
So they made so they made that suit specifically just for the game, or like
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, they made that
they're always
suit.
like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are there, Joseph, you're in Singapore right now, right?
yes,
Yeah, so are there any Gundam arcades there? Like, are there still any arcades in Singapore?
yes, but it's different from the arcades that we have in the Philippines. Like Philippines, you have arcades where you have like Tekkens and
Yeah,
Street
yeah.
Fighters, right? This one's mostly like kids games.
You know what?
Oh,
The arcades here are also starting to
Kids games.
change. Yeah, we don't.
Oh,
Yeah,
mm.
it's more kid friendly now.
mm,
Yeah,
Arcade dying.
Mm.
the Tekken ones and the Street Fighter ones are
Are gone.
slowly
Yeah,
are gone. They're
yeah,
slowly going away.
yeah.
The last arcade I've been in, there was like only two Tekken arcade consoles or some shit.
It's sad. It's sad.
Now it's mostly racing games and the basketball
Mm.
shooting bullshit.
Yeah, I guess if you want to go play arcade, you have to go to Japan now. Actually,
Yeah, you have to win, GB.
yeah, yeah, I have to go.
but I
Okay.
thought they've been like adding VR stuff also.
Oh yeah, they're
Oh,
adding
Yeah,
VR stuff too. Yeah, in Time Zone.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. When I went to when I was in Shibuya, surprisingly, um, arcade isn't that big anymore too. They used to have this like huge Sega building, right, where you can play Sega games inside.
Mhm.
It's now Bandai Namco, and when you go inside, there's only one floor dedicated to arcade games. Well, two floors. So on the top floor, you have the some rhythm games, and on and the rest of the floors are, what do you call that? Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, yeah,
Oh
gachapons,
yeah,
and some
Gashapon.
claw machines, and then at the bottom of it, in that specific Bandai Namco building, it's one floor of Gundam arcade games. So I'm not sure if this was that, but man, I should have tried it. I didn't try it. I was too busy trying to get Bocchi the Rock from that claw machine. But anyway, but
Yeah,
anyway,
we really have to go to
yeah, yeah,
Japan.
yeah, yeah. You guys have to win with me.
Gashapon a big thing now, right?
Yeah, it's a big thing.
I know it's a big thing in Japan, but
Hmm.
like here in Singapore, there are a few Gashapon shops that's been slowly popping up here and there.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
Same
I
here.
think I saw one in MOA,
Yeah, there's
Mall
also
of
one
Asia.
in SM North. That's where I got
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing. Yeah, I showed you last week. Yeah.
It's very expensive for what it is.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Same with Gacha games.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, basically, it's sort of like gambling.
Let's go gambling.
Yay! And on to the next headline. Surprisingly, we have Hideo Kojima. Do you guys know who Hideo Kojima is?
Yeah, the Metal Gear Solid guy.
Yeah, the Metal Gear Solid guy. The what do they
That's
call him?
trending.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
Stranding.
solid.
The genius,
The
the
gene.
genius video game developer and story writer. In fairness to him,
The
I
one
really
who
like.
made the Courier game
Yeah,
with Norman Reedus.
yeah. That's Man, I couldn't finish that game. That's so I don't know. It's not for me.
Man, man, I watched the playthroughs. I liked it,
Yeah.
but
Man, I miss Metal Gear.
as a joke.
So Hideo Kojima is a known what do you call this? Cinephile.
Yeah.
He really loves movies. You can see that on his works and his video games. So I think this really holds weight because you can see when he doesn't like a specific movie when he tweets about it. He doesn't have a lot of words for it. I can't remember the last movie that he watched that he didn't like. It's so funny to look at because he just says, "I watched this." And this is a picture of the just the poster and nothing else. But this one, it looks like he likes it. And
He's mentioning Space Sky. That's quite interesting. I'm gonna deep dive in this.
yeah, I'm not actually sure what he's trying to say.
Yeah, first Gundam and future Gundam and
yeah.
Space Sky of then and Space Sky of today.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I'm gonna look it up.
I guess we have to read it for the audio listeners. He said, "I watched Mobile Suit Gundam G-Quack's beginning. It was interesting. I was able to buy the special edition pamphlet. I was picturing and imagining what it would be like, but I think I only got 30% right. First Gundam and Future Gundam. It is an experimental work that connects the missing link between G-Otaku generation of the Showa era and the young generation of 2025. The space sky of the past and the space sky of today are different. It was tricky but well-composed piece that passed the baton between the two. The change of voice actors was also a part of it. The baton was also passed from Mr. Shiozawa's cube to our very own Kazu. Yeah, it's interesting. It seems like he liked it. Yeah. Are you excited for G-Quax, Joseph?
Yes,
Yeah.
primarily because it's from it's a combination of studios and creators who came from the Evangelion and Pokemon franchises, right?
Oh,
So like the
Po-
the,
Pokemon?
the yeah, the character designer is some guy who designed like some Pokemon characters.
so that's why they look like that.
So that
I
that
didn't
makes
know.
sense.
I didn't know about that. Thank you, Joseph.
All makes
And
sense.
the mecha designs were designed by the
From the
Evangelion guy.
from the evil guy.
I'm very bad with remembering names, but
Yeah.
when I read it, okay, now it all makes sense.
No. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Looking at the
That's
character
so
One.
designs.
cute.
Mm-hmm.
All right. One of us should make a Pokemon custom of the G-Quax when one of us gets it.
You do it, so we can
No.
win GBWC.
And go to Japan.
Japan.
Nonchalantly win GWC.
What motivated you to win GBWC?
So I can play this goddamn arcade.
Yeah, Japan. Bye.
Buy some old kits. But yeah. Oh, and also I would like to what do you call that? I think it's worth to mention that Hideo Kojima had a mech game called Zone of the Enders. I'm not sure if you're
Oh,
right
I
about
know that. I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that.
he's the one who wrote that and
He made
he
that?
made that. Yeah, yeah. That's under
Shit.
Konami, right? Yep. Zone of the Enders.
I know the game.
Yep. And we have the new release. This is the Sword Impulse Gundam Spec 2.
Ooh, it sucks.
Right. You don't like it?
I don't like it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Basically, different color and new weapons, as always.
I like the
Yeah,
color.
I
Yeah.
like I like red, but I don't like the placement. Or it's not what I'm used to. Sorry. It looks like Char's Impulse or something.
It's like a Ferrari. Look at that. Oh, I like it. I dig it.
Yeah, you could paint it in like a candy coating style.
Game's
No,
good.
Oh yeah.
Candy paint style or something.
Mm-hmm.
I
mm-hmm.
don't know.
I mean, it's P Bandai. It's so expensive. Just build it and put it there somewhere.
Or just paint your own. Just get a normal sword impulse and paint it like that.
Oh yeah, true. But does it have extra accessories? No.
Yeah, it has a different weapon.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
It's its own. Yeah.
Damn.
The gun and the swords are different. They have a new gimmick.
Oh. These serrated
Damn.
swords, I guess.
Oh, are they chain swords?
Looks like it.
I don't know, but they can connect.
Oh, nice, nice.
And he throws it
Looks like you got a boomerang
like a
behind him.
boomerang.
Are you into real grades, Joseph? Got any real grades there?
I have one. I started with the real grade actually. My very first kit was the RX.
Your
According
first
to yeah,
RG?
so according to Sun commented on my post last week, I think, and he called it the classic RG. Now it's like, damn, is it that old already to be called the classic?
Yeah, yeah. I think the RX-78 RG was the first RG.
Yeah, that was the very first RG,
Yeah.
Mm.
and that was my first kit going into the hobby. And
Oh.
then like I was so impressed by the engineering behind the frame because I didn't know that it had that frame, like that kind of like detail inside the frames.
Mhm.
And like
Yeah.
halfway through the builds, like when I finished the frame itself, I went ahead and bought a few other kits. But because right the RG that RG, I don't know if it's the same for other RGs that came after it, but the pieces were so small, and I have like big hands.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
opted to go for I tried out the other grades afterwards just to see like which line would actually fit the way that I build. So I bought some HGs,
Right.
and the next RG I bought was the Evangelion one because I'm a big Evangelion fan.
Mm.
Nice.
Mm.
Cool.
It's a pretty good kit.
Yeah.
So, you're an Evo fan. You actually like the ending of the first series? You
Yes.
like the ending? You did? It
Yeah.
was so weird, man. It was so trippy.
Wait, which ending are you referring to? The series or the movie?
The series, not the movie. The series. The
Oh,
very first classic
okay.
series.
Because the thing is, I first watched the end of Evangelion before I watched the whole series.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so like for me going into the ending of that series, I had like a different perspective already.
Mm,
So like it sort of made sense for me.
really? Because of the movie?
Yeah, because of the movie.
I see. Okay. Because come on, man. If it's your first time watching Evangelion and you saw that trippy stuff happening, I was like, what the heck is happening? But you know what? I should watch the movie. I should watch it. See if it all makes sense.
I have watched so I watched all of those like the whole series and then the Death Rebirth and then the end of Evangelion. I watched the rebuild up to 3.0. Was it 3.0?
Damn.
3.0? Up
You
until the third
really
movie.
enjoyed it so much then.
And I haven't had the courage to watch the last movie
Why?
because I'm afraid that if I watch it, like, okay, there's no more Evangelion media for me.
Oh,
Aw.
yeah.
I have
Sad.
I I have that sentiment too. Sometimes I won't finish a series. I'll stop at like the second to the last or third to the last season because I don't want the story to end. I did
For
that with
watching.
I did that with How I Met Your Mother. I never finished it because of that.
Good. That ending sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
Endings.
seen spoilers.
But
Sucks.
the thing with the Evangelion rebuilds, right? If I understand correctly, it's a continuation of the series and the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
So so interesting, like how in the end of Evangelion, right? Like I mean, has everybody watched that movie? So like
oh.
spoilers, everybody dies.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I knew that.
Mm.
That's a
Everybody
heck
Yeah,
of
so,
dies
a man.
in in that style of story.
yeah. So
It,
that's what happens. And then the rebuild itself, if I understand correctly, it's a continuation of that.
What?
so it's
How
an
would
How would they
everyone
it's
continue?
an
die?
alternate universe. Is it
I
an
guess
alternate
so.
universe?
I
Yeah,
guess
cause
so.
oh, it makes sense.
Dude, you should watch it. It sounds interesting. Now hearing
Yeah,
It's
that,
very trippy.
we sh-
It's very trippy.
dude,
It
dude.
the first rebuild, it won't reveal to you that it's actually a continuation, But because if you watch the whole series and then you can see the visual cues in
Okay.
each scene.
I
Where
hate
where
that. I don't like
where
that.
are you watching it? Amazon Prime or is it in Netflix?
The series and the end of Evangelion is in Netflix.
Oh,
The rebuilds,
Philippines. It's not here.
I don't
Wait,
know if
so
it's
how
a.
many Eva kits do you have there? How many Eva kits you got there, man?
I have four. Um, I have the main three ones. So 0, 0, 1, and
Nice.
0, 2. And I have the other one. I think it's Unit 6 or Unit 4, the one that had the enchanted shield of virtue. So
mm.
I'm trying to complete that set.
Very cool, man. Man, first time meeting an Eva fan, honestly.
How's the build
Most people.
Favorite,
experience different from the Gundam RGs?
I could only compare it to one, which
Mm.
was the RX 78.
Uh,
It was
yeah.
easier because the pieces were bigger.
Uh,
But the problem with the Eva kit is that they're all the same, apart from
they
the
build.
head. Yeah, so I'm trying to pace the builds for those. The build between the Unit 1 and my Unit 2 was like 2 years apart.
mm.
Mm.
So hey, I miss building this, so let's pull out the kit.
Right.
All right, dumb question. Does the everyone's mouth open?
Yes,
Okay. Dumb question answered.
That's not a dumb question.
it's a feature.
All right, and that's for this week's breaking news. And now we will move on to the main topic of the show, which is the interview with the man behind the Far Side 7 Gallery, Joseph. First, introduce yourself. What do you do, and where can people find you?
Hi, I'm Joseph. If you haven't heard my name in the last few minutes,
For everybody at
I
home, is Joseph.
I am currently in Singapore. I work as a creative here. I do design stuff. I'm I'm a moderator, administrator in Gunpla photography. And yeah, I like building stuff. I started with the hobby during the pandemic the times of the pandemic. I was trying to find a way to um get my eyes away from screens because I was working a lot. I was in screens a
Mm.
lot, and then I felt like the hobby was like a good thing for me. And then a few years later, here I am.
Far Side 7.
Yeah, I think a lot of people actually started or restarted going back to the
Yeah.
hobby during the pandemic, right?
True.
Yeah.
I I restarted. I redid Gunpla. Well, I got back to Gunpla during the pandemic.
Mm.
For the same reasons.
Yeah.
Trying to take a break from the screen because
Mm-hmm.
everybody was working nonstop.
Yeah. Actually, same.
Mm.
Yeah. Hmm. In just relation to the last week's episode, it just shows you that it can be it's a healthy hobby. It can be a form of therapy.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. So I have to ask Joseph, why Farside 7 Gallery?
I like reading comic
Mm-hmm.
strips. So I'm a
Oh,
big fan of the
oh,
Far Side Gallery.
Mm.
no. Alright.
Yeah, and then that's where the inspiration of the name came from. And this specific Instagram page that you're looking at, I had this concept before
Mm-hmm.
that I would make certain scenes from the build, and then I would put like some sort of scripts
Mm.
together with it. So similar to how the Far Side Gallery is done.
That's why.
Yeah, I haven't been doing it in this with this latest ones, but the first few,
Yeah.
I tried to write a few I tried to write a short story behind it, trying to be funny and
Mm.
failing. So I
Oh.
stopped it.
No, I wouldn't say you failed, man. Yeah, it's a I don't know. It's a treat going through these photos, man. I really like it.
Thanks, thanks.
Aesthetic.
Yeah. Uh, so I see that you focus on macro photography. Uh, do you have like a specific camera or a lens that you use for taking photos of these scale?
Yeah, I think this one I use an iPhone.
Oh, you just use
For
an
that.
iPhone for that.
Yeah, I think so. But most of the time, I switch between um, a very old Nikon D300S and Sony A6000 or Nex 7.
Mm.
The lenses I use are usually 50 mm 1.8.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I would bring out the 50 mm 1.4 when it's very dark.
Mm.
And for the very close-up ones, I use what lens is this? This is the 55 to 210
Mm.
zoom lens.
Oh,
Yeah, because the
so
50 mm can only make you like let you like go near to a certain extent, right?
it
But using
gets
the zoom lens, yeah.
yeah, because when you go into a certain extent with a, for example, a kit lens, if you
Hmm.
go a lot closer, it will you can never focus it, right?
Yeah, it will blur.
Yeah.
So like for example, if I want to take a photo of like the head of the kit, then I would use the zoom lens. I would step back and then just zoom in. So that would allow me to focus.
Mm.
Oh, all right. So when you say macro photography, what does that mean? So I think that's the first time I'm hearing it.
Macro photography, it focuses on like small scale photography. You know how National Geographic photographs insects like that? It's called macro photography.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, all right.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that
I
right?
think you're right.
Yeah. Started to doubt myself there. But yeah, I really like this style, man. It's so good. It's so creative as well. Um, I see that you have a lot of equipments. Do you actually do photography outside of your hobby?
I mean, the photography is the hobby.
Mm.
Um, there was a time when I was so into it. I influenced my wife to to get into it also. That's why we have like these few cameras lying around the house,
Mm.
and that's what I usually use. That's what I normally use. I started with Nikon D40 in the olden days. I think it was like 8 megapixels at that time, 8 or 12. Okay. And then when we started traveling to different countries, we found that those cameras were too heavy and too bulky to bring around.
Mm.
So we went and we bought the mirrorless cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Those are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for traveling. And now because we don't travel so much now because we have kids, so the cameras just like left lying around. And then that's what I usually use.
And now they're used for Gunpla
Yeah.
And then your kids will use it for Gunpla.
or nature
You know
or
what?
more.
You should also influence your wife to build Gunpla. Or does she build already?
No.
Oh no. You
Maybe
planning
you
to
should. You
teach your
should.
kids? Oh yeah, you do. You do. Actually, I forgot. Yeah, you have them build the SD. Um. Yeah. When it comes to lighting, these small scale figures, is there a special way to do it?
What
There
style of
should
lighting are you using?
there should be, but for because the way I do it, like I don't want to spend so much on equipment
Mm.
on
Mhm.
because like the where we live it's a bit small, so we live in an HDB apartment, and we I don't necessarily have the space to bring in equipment. I mean, the backlog is one thing. I don't know where I'm going to place it already. That's why I have some in my office.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
the
have
equipment,
all mine. Yeah,
yeah,
sorry.
the lighting equipment, I would shuffle between things that are already in the house, or if if allowed, I would buy like small things like this. Like I have this one from Daiso. I use this to light up.
Mm.
That's good.
And yeah, and because right, I'm just taking like photos of very small things. This is good enough. If I want some softer light, I would use an iPad.
Oh.
Yeah, so we have a few tablets lying around for the kids, but I steal them every now and then. So I use an iPad. Um, like my profile photo here, the purple and blue, yeah, the pink and blue one.
Mm-hmm.
The lights that were used there were like two tablets, and the kit was
Oh.
sandwiched between it.
Yeah.
Oh, so basically you're using DIY items.
Yes.
DIY equipment. All
That's
right,
so
Yep.
guys.
cool.
Again, no excuses.
Uh, like the saying goes, right? The best camera is the one that you have with you. So by extension, the best equipment is the one that you have with you also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So, so I would like to know the creative process like behind these. You said that the initial concept was to have like a Far Side style sequence of photos, right? Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, I really love this one. This is my favorite.
Yeah. It caught
Uh,
my attention.
That's my
How did
favorite.
you do that?
That's so
How
good,
did you
man.
how did you come up with that? That edited?
I yes. So I think actually the macro photography that you mentioned that I like doing, I think it came up because I take such a long time to build my kits.
Mm-hmm.
So MG, this is MG 3.0 RX 78. It took me around almost a year to finish. Prior to this, I had the um, Zaku 2, Charge Zaku 2.0 MG. That took me like 6, 7 months to finish. So at that
Oh.
time, I cannot wait for the kit to finish before I take photos of it. So I thought, what the heck, might as well just be creative with whatever I have now.
Mm.
So each um part of the build, I would try to come up with like some photos or like some concept behind it. Thinking like, hey, what? Also because my colleague gifted me these, um, the the pilots and the engineers, the crew,
Mm.
and when I received that, like it just opened up a lot of things.
Yeah.
So creatively, conceptually. So yeah, I would take photos of like on certain milestones, I guess, each build. Like when I finish the head, take a
Mm-hmm.
photo of it. Or this one when I finish when I finished cutting all the pieces, and then I thought like, what can I do with this? And then I thought of this one because I saw like this two specific crew members. I couldn't quite place what to do with the girl
Mm-hmm.
because she's supposed to be floating. The guy's supposed to be floating also,
Yeah.
and it just clicked to be like, hey, maybe they're like, maybe they're in love.
Uh,
Um,
how did you
And
do
then they're
these
right.
floating parts?
I placed them on an iPad. so I just scattered all the pieces on an iPad on a white blank screen, and then I just Photoshop it.
Oh my god.
oh. So, I see that your photos, I've noticed that your photos have a cinematic feel to it. Do you draw inspiration from animes or movies when you're setting up your shots?
Not intentionally.
Mm.
I think for some of these, I think some of the digital imaging ones I did, I don't think I posted it here. I think the ones that I shared on Gunpla photography, yeah, most of my digital imaging stuff is in Facebook.
Mm. Oh, so you
Oh.
also do digital photo manipulation as well, aside from
Yes,
taking photos. Oh, I see. I see.
yes, but I cannot do it like Elia. He's like on a different level doing it and like a phone. It's like God tier editing.
Yeah. Uh,
Got
Elia,
So on your
Shout out.
on these, for example, these photos that you take, right? Um, is post processing like your post editing? You mentioned that you do, right? Do you always do it like for all of them? And what software do you use?
For these ones, these are mostly cropping and cleaning up some of the background
Hmm.
and adjusting the colors and brightness. And for that, I mainly use Photos app from or Mac to make adjustments. And then the final adjustments, I import it to Photoshop
Hmm.
to have more control over like which sections I want to like brighten up or which sections I want to have like more detail or if I want to add a vignette or if I want to like remove some parts of the flooring.
Hmm.
You love Apple, don't you? You have like two iPads, an iPhone, and a Mac. Damn.
It's quite hard to get out of the ecosystem. I know
Yeah.
I might sound like a fanboy, but there's some truth there that what you see in one Apple screen is will basically be the same of what you will see like on another one. So recently, I just bought like a new monitor,
Hmm.
and I was trying to edit there, thinking like, okay, this one looks nice already. And then I published it, and then I saw it in my office computer, which is a Mac. It looked so different because the colors were off from my screen.
Oh.
Because I bought it, it was new. I was so excited to use it. I forgot to calibrate it, and then the colors were so off. So I think because I'm lazy to do those kind of things, to do the calibration, to do all the technical stuff. I think for me, the Apple ecosystem is like a foolproof way of getting your things like consistent across different gadgets.
Oh.
Nice.
Hmm.
I
Technology.
think for me, that's my justification.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
The iPads also because I illustrate. I do a lot of drawings, so I do some volunteer work also for some um, mental health organizations. So I do some illustration for there. I also
Oh.
do like I have my own Facebook page uh, that I did as a hobby because for my kids. So I started out illustrating that and then publishing there.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I was illustrating first before that was my main hobby before I actually went into Gunpla.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You know, since you do volunteer work for mental health, have you watched the episode 5 with Josh? Maybe you're
Yes,
interested in the Cerulean project,
Yeah.
right?
mm,
Yeah, you should join.
I've heard of that actually. I heard that before the interview. I think I saw like another YouTuber mention it.
Hmm.
Okay, so again, the team is yellow for the next competition. Let's go.
You heard it
Yeah,
here.
Yellow.
Exclusive.
and the medium is what basically it's out it could be Gunpla or it could be art.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
remember.
Could.
use your Ever kits.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Paint it all
For
yellow.
mental health, advocates for mental health, like very apt.
Yeah.
Do you still continue doing the your drawing
Your
page in
illustration?
Facebook? Yeah, your illustration.
I do it when I have time. Recently, no.
Mm.
Um, so that page started out with me illustrating stuff, like trying to make a visual journal of my journey towards parenthood.
Oh.
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 So because I'm not the type to like share photos of my kids. And
Mm.
during the time that when we were pregnant, I would like illustrate like certain milestones again
Mm.
for the pregnancy and for that journey,
Mm-hmm.
and up until my kids were born. And then that's how it started. And then eventually it just evolved into something
Mm-hmm.
else, to something that I wanted to do for my kids, into something that I do with my kids. So when
Oh.
they got older, they started asking me to illustrate Pokemon,
Oh.
and then I would do it, and then they would color it, and then I would have my own version of it. Then I would. occasionally when I have like inspiration, I would do up some comic strips.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did a couple for that's Gundam theme.
Mm.
Okay. Dude, you're doing a lot, and man, I gotta say, uh, we're grateful with you here in the interview because you want to do this and you do it. You just do it,
Mm-hmm.
like your page, volunteering for mental work, for mental health,
Mm-hmm.
and for your kids as well. That's
Yeah,
nice,
it's
man.
Very
very
inspiring. Yeah,
inspirational.
yeah. And
You're my daddy.
You're our daddy.
Aw, why?
the
Now
way
you
you
should
said
do a
"aw" is like there's a hint of disgust in there. Like, "aw."
now you
Dad, by
should now you should do a sketch of us.
illustrate me.
I like how you uh, journal through art. You said that the journey to parenthood, you
Yeah.
do that in illustration, and then the journey to how you build your kids, you also do like an art photography series for that as well. And it's, I don't know, it's just cool. I really like it. Can we do you mind sharing, is it for public, like are you comfortable sharing the Facebook page that you where you post your
Ah,
illustrations?
yeah, yeah, it's fine. I guess I think it. A few people found me through the Gundam comic strip.
Oh.
Oh, what's it called?
OSEP Dross, so it's OSEP underscore Dross DRAWS.
Oh, search
Oh,
there.
okay. Aceptros.
Oh, dude, you are
Like,
good.
oh, a hug and a hug.
I think it's
So what
mostly Pokemon now.
so what do you use? Do you draw it digitally or do you Oh
On the
shit.
iPad.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's good. Oh damn.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Alakazam.
there the Gundam thing was like on top, the one that went into the black hole.
oh, this one. Oh yeah. That's so accurate.
What do you I for always forget that word, but this is very relatable.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I think a lot of people found me through this one. I mean, not
mm,
a lot enough to like make my page go blow up with new followers, but
Hey,
it was quite surprising.
I saw this in Reddit.
It was in Reddit. I think there was Gunpla Bros who actually took it and then published it on Facebook and then published it on all other platforms.
Hey
Yeah.
GP,
And
I think you
those are the
shared
ones that actually went viral.
I think you shared this once.
mm. It's about like
In
mhm.
Gunpla Philippines page, yeah, I think.
I
And it
Mm.
got
was taken down. It was taken down very quickly.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe because it's not a kid.
Man, so good. It is so good. All right. So, do you have any go-to tricks for making your Gundam look more dynamic? For example, in taking these newer photos, because uh, correct me if I'm wrong, but you strayed away from doing the process, the journaling type. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
The process one, I think because that was easier to do with an MG kit
Mm.
as
Yeah.
compared to like an HG or an SD. Like SD, you finish it in one sitting, and then that's it. Um, for the journaling, right? I think journaling because it was easy for me to do because it was small
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
easy for me to set up the equipment. So you would see like a lot of builders and photographers there who would take photos, complete photos of their complete kits,
Mm-hmm.
and then they would post it nicely. I don't have that um opportunity so much because it takes me a very very long time to finish one kit. Um, my go-to trick there, I guess, would be not with the equipment itself.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's with my knowledge with with design because I
Mm.
have a big design background.
Oh.
Um, yeah, I'm working as a creative writer, as a designer. So I'm coming to this hobby from that point of view and
Wow.
taking up the photography from that perspective. So I come in armed with like my knowledge of like principles of design,
Mm.
which I think is a very good tool for
That
people
is true.
when trying to do like their own photos. Because one of the things that I noticed, like, okay, you have the best equipment, you can have the best equipment that's available, but then you don't know how to do composition. You don't
Yeah.
know the concept behind emphasis or balance or contrast. Then it's all for nothing because like your photos will still not look good.
Oh. I just. Wow. That's so. Oh, that's so
All right. Let
professional.
me repeat. No excuses.
Yeah. So like yeah. So I guess that with armed with that, I became a bit more
Mhm.
became resourceful using. I have a Totoro lamp that I use for my lighting. I have
Uh-huh.
this like Daiso lamp also for my lighting.
Yeah, using your
The 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 background for this like cartolina
Oh.
or the smaller pieces like if it's just the head or like just maybe an arm, I just pull out like an A4 paper
Uh-huh.
because that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough to
yeah,
like a white background.
and you do an infinity wall, right?
Yes,
The
yes,
curved one.
Mm.
Yeah.
yes.
All
I
right.
do that too.
I am flashing right now in the screen the your submission to last year's GBWC in Singapore. So it's an easy
2023.
MS8,
Yeah, easy eight. Yeah.
easy 8 that is standing on a shore. Did you make the diorama yourself?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, did you use resin? I've been
Nope.
dying to ask. Oh, what
No.
did you use? Was
Toilet
that
paper.
water? Oh shit!
Oh. So is this like paper
Damn.
mache?
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
God,
Yeah.
God
Yeah,
damn.
because I have kids running around,
Mm-hmm.
so like I this is where I do my builds normally,
Mm.
and then this is in the living room. So I have kids always running around, and I'm afraid of them like getting anything toxic in their hands.
All right.
Right.
So I avoided resin. I avoided lacquer paints. For the paint, I usually just use acrylic paint, so it's
Mm-hmm.
water based. So
Mm.
even if they do get their hands on it, and I'm also able to like share it to them when they want to do their when they want to paint their kits. So they do paint their kits, they hand paint it because they see me doing it. And yeah, so for this one, I had to research how to do this um, water wave effect
Mm-hmm.
without using resin.
Oh,
And I saw it in one of like a Warhammer tutorial.
Mm.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, so they use like toilet paper and then they put glue on it. So
Mm-hmm.
you water down the and then you form it into the shape that you want.
Yeah,
Mm.
dude.
And then
War.
the effect of the depth. So you have like there's some parts of it that looks dark. That's all paint.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
That's
Man, looking at first, I thought it was resin. It's very realistic for. I never thought it was paper mache. Damn. And yeah, and I'd like to. Uh, I forgot the word, but yeah. But Warhammer is a very good Warhammer. The hobby Warhammer.
Mm,
It's a very good place to get a lot of techniques for doing dioramas and weathering.
yes.
mm.
Yeah,
I've been dying to try
you
Warhammer,
should. You should. You should.
Warhammer, but because it's very expensive, so
It is.
I'm waiting for the new Gundam game thing to come out. See if it's which one is cheaper.
Let's go. Tabletop.
Yeah.
I have one right here. It's the arm fell off. So yeah.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
like to shout out Miguel, man. He's so good at painting miniatures because we used to play D&D together. Man, he's so good
Mm.
at painting those. Speaking of minis, Joseph, these pilots, what scale are these? 100, right?
1/100, yeah.
Yeah. How do you paint them? How do you paint such
Uh,
small figures?
hand brush. I I I primed these with I used Vallejo primer, spray painted it, and then I hand painted all the details. The paint that I used for these were the ones those what's this the paint that comes in tubes that you use
Gouache?
for
Gouache?
mm, wait, I think I have it somewhere. Ah, should have it.
Or
These
is that?
things.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
The, the ones that comes with the toys that you paint, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I use these.
I remember seeing. Do you know the brand Revel? Revel model kits. They're like
Not from
car. They're like cars, tanks, airplanes. Usually, when you buy one, it comes with its own paint, and it kind of looks like that.
yeah. So this one's like the one that I have a lot of leftover from my kids' coin banks. So they have Spider-Man and Elsa coin banks.
Oh,
So I just took this because it had like flesh.
ah, skin tone.
Yes. So I used it.
Very resourceful.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
thing that I actually use for to hold the kits is where is it?
Yeah,
Here. You usually have
you,
the holders, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have like
What's
it's,
that?
Yeah, I'm gonna
it's
show you
yogurt
mine.
yogurt
I'm gonna
Ah.
show you.
with blue tack. So I'm trying to paint this. I'm trying to fix the Kachateria painting. It just usually put the thing there with the blue tack and then I paint. So use the tools you have.
That's cool. That's cool. Uh, as some, me-
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that.
eh, you want to add anything to that, Miguel?
Nah, I'm good.
All right, before it got cut
That's
off.
very.
All right. All right. As someone with a design background, you said that you incorporate your work into your hobby, right? So, as someone who is professional with all of these, like, what's the biggest mistake or most common mistake you see beginners make when doing photography, whether it's in Gunpla or other hobbies?
And even professionals.
Yeah, what's your advice? Oh, yeah, that's just a broad. Yeah, start with Gunpla
Yeah,
first.
sorry.
No, no, no.
I think it would be on the composition
Hmm.
because you can see on social media, right? A lot of people asking about like, hey, how can I post this properly? How can I make this dynamic? I mean, that's part of the composition of the photo.
Hmm.
So like people don't necessarily study it. Like they don't like deep into like how knowing how to make a proper composition of your images. And posing is just one part of it.
That's true.
Yeah. A lot of people like when I one thing that I see is that I notice that when people ask like how can I make this photo look better, and then you would see in the comments like get a better camera
Hmm.
and then get better lighting, which is not wrong, but you start with the composition first. I mean that's how I would do it. I would start with the composition first, and then the lighting will follow, the equipment will follow.
Hmm.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people like focus on the I don't have a proper camera. I use my
Hmm.
phone. Like, dude, phone camera is not very good.
So that also applies not only for Gunpla photography, right? Just like what Miguel said, it also applies for like professional as well.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah.
I mean, of course, the professionals they have their they have the equipment there already.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's speed lights and shit.
So, as someone who's been doing photography for like a long time, what's the biggest challenge in taking Gunpla photography, uh, like toy photography in itself?
Hmm. buying the kits, buying the kits and hiding it.
Hiding it. What do you mean hiding it? Hiding it from your wife? From
Hiding from the kids to
from
destroy it.
kids too.
Anyway, well,
That's
biggest challenge with photography, right? I think, yeah, apart from those things that I mentioned before about like having the mindset to learn about the composition, principles of design, and other stuff. Um, for me, one of the challenges was equipment. It is and still a challenge for me.
Mhm.
It made me become resourceful, like a lot. When I want to do a certain shot, and then I don't have the lighting, I don't have the necessary tools to the professional tools to do it. Then I see that as a challenge, and then come up with like resourceful solutions to it. So that's how the iPads came about.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's how the blue tack on this thing
Mhm.
came about.
Mm. All right. Any more questions from GP and Miguel?
How about you, GP?
I'm good.
Mhm.
I'm good for now.
Thank you for that, Joseph. And two last questions that we ask everyone. You mentioned that Eva was your favorite, was one of your favorite mecha series. We just have to ask, what's your favorite Gundam series?
Turn A.
Turn A.
Oh,
Ah, the Ghibli inspired
that's
one.
new.
I haven't finished watching it, but it's like I'm afraid to finish it.
That
Yeah,
fear again.
that
Yes,
same fear.
You need to overcome that, man. Come on, Joseph.
You can't leave yourself hanging every time.
Oh,
You need to hate turn A first before you finish it,
bro.
so you can
yeah.
finish it.
Why?
So
Why turn A?
I think because like I think it was Aquarius who described it. It's like a Ghibli series that just happened to have Gundams in it.
Mm.
Yeah. What? Wait, I never looked at it that way. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, and the way that it was animated, right? The movements of the suits itself was not very flattering. It was very mechanical.
Mm.
So like you would see the turn A running and it's very stiff and it's just the feet moving.
Mm-hmm.
So it steered away from like the very dynamic thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think
That
coming off of Gundam Wing, which
yeah,
looked very cool.
coming from almost human-like movement.
Yeah.
Do you have a turn A kit?
Who was the
Yes, I have the MG.
Oh.
best MG?
Yeah, best
No,
looking suit.
no polycaps.
I'm trying to
Very
look
good
for the turn
details.
X. It's
Oh,
very
Oh,
hard.
then that's rare, and that's even better. That's an even better. I don't have it, but I've heard a
I
lot
wanted.
of good things about it.
It's rare. You have to win GBWC, Joseph.
Go to Japan.
And I
Let's meet at
have to do it nonchalantly.
I
uh,
guess I have to win then.
what is your favorite mobile suit?
Renee.
Turn A.
RX,
RX.
RX.
not the turn A, RX
Uh,
78,
Mm.
ooh,
the OG.
classic.
All right.
Like I never.
Have the 2.0?
Hmm?
Do you have the 2.0 RG?
No, I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
Why?
Really?
Is it
I don't like the proportions of it.
Oh, really?
It's just not for me. I think because I've grown so attached to the RG, the 1.0 and the MG 2.0, right?
Yeah.
So it's like any other iteration
Mm.
to me, like it
It's
looks
meh.
so different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's more boxy.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
even the PGU, I do want to have a PGU, but I one, it's very expensive, and two, like
true?
I don't like the proportions of it.
So
Yeah, it's very how do you say this? Sci-fi.
Hmm. Do you plan on joining this year's GBWC?
Yes, if I get to finish my diorama.
How long does it take you to make your entry? How did it take you to make your last entry?
2 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I think, because
what?
I joined it on a whim. That's why there's only one kit.
Hmm.
Oh,
There's
Damn.
only one suit, and it's like very small. And like I got inspired from that popular meme from Easy 8 by the Easy 8.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
beam
sword.
thing.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the inspiration for it.
That's why. Yeah.
And I just thought like, hey, it's gonna be fun if I do it, and then I
Yeah.
did.
Man,
Are
you
those
should have won. People love that meme.
No, they actually flagged me in while I was like
What?
putting it in the display.
What do you mean flag you?
They told me to like the guy who was managing it, who was handling it there during the competition. He said like, I understand what you're doing and I like it, but there are kids here, so move the beam saber a little bit.
From a Gundam
Like,
scene.
okay,
Man.
I understand now.
It's from a Gundam scene.
Yeah, but there are kids. I mean, it's a
Yeah, I
fair point.
guess.
Yeah, if you look at it at a certain angle, it looks like a dick. But if you turn it sideways, though, it's a sword. So those 2 weeks are those non-stop, the
Yes,
non-stop working.
yes. So like 1 week to build the kit itself, another week to do the diorama, the base.
Hmm.
Shit,
All right. GP,
man.
Miguel, you have to reserve some 2 weeks for us to make our entry.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
No, that's why I started now.
Oh, you did?
Look at this.
Oh yeah,
Looks like
I have to
potting
I
it
mean,
up. It looks.
I joined it for fun. Like I wasn't expecting to win anyway. Like might as well like join
yeah.
for the experience.
For fun.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should all win and go to
Thank you.
Japan.
That's it's a running gag now. All right, and thank you so much, Joseph,
Mm.
for this wonderful interview. Your creative process is really inspiring. But
Yeah.
we have to ask you to stay because we have this week's Gunpla photos of the week.
Oh, oh.
Blam.
A blammo.
This is the People's Choice from the Plamo group. This is by Jimmy Edward. I am not familiar with this kit, but
That's
that's
from
RC, right?
Transformers.
that's sexy.
Yeah, it's RC.
Oh, okay, that's from Transformers. Yeah.
I know why this is the people's choice.
Yeah. I had the same thought too. Like, man, people love this because they're just horny as fuck, man.
Come on, people, touch grass. Go outside.
Can you
Don't
say
be
about the
chronically
photo,
online.
Joseph?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, in terms of like the composition and all that, any critique? No,
It's okay,
no, it's okay.
but
Man,
there are children. There might be children
All right,
looking at it.
all right. Let's flag Jimmy Edward.
They're children, man. Is this gonna be a running gag too? Children.
Alright. And then for the Gunpla photo of the week, this is by Hari Winata. Oh, I really like this one. This is the G Quax.
ooh,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
quack.
Well,
Mm.
Yeah.
Damn.
I like the lighting. Like,
there's a
And,
lot of people already have the kit. I don't know how
and
they got it.
there's already a lot of people customizing this kit.
this is my favorite from the series that he uploaded, man. This is so good. The
Yeah,
pose,
I've
the light.
seen a whip of that with a Barbatos arms and that that shield that alien looking shield thing that G-Quax has.
Oh, I don't like the shield. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he attached that to the head and made the G-Quax look like an alien.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm gonna share it to you guys when I stumble upon it again.
G quack.
Damn,
Yeah.
G-Quacky.
This
Is
looks
that
nice.
painted? Is
It
that
looks
painted?
painted, yeah.
God damn.
It is, right? I'm not sure anymore.
The frame looks painted.
Yeah, but yeah, these are decals.
Yeah.
G
So
quack.
good. Yeah.
I want to like this kit, but the colors are putting me off.
Is there
What
a?
Dude,
about
you
the
should
red?
do.
Yeah.
Did you do Joseph? You should buy one and custom it like an Ava.
Yeah, I think I
Make
saw
it like
like Sun
full.
already did like some mocks of it, mock-ups of it. Look like an Eva.
Oh damn.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
How about?
He's fast. He's fast.
How about the red one?
The Red
Do you like that one?
R70.
The yeah.
I guess. I like that one because I think the red one uses the proper beefin, right? Like, not this like Tamaro looking
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
the prop.
Tamara.
Yeah,
Oh my
it was
god. Now I can't unsee it. Yeah, it looks like a Tamara.
FEU.
Yeah, the red one, I think it looks closer to a Gundam because of the beacon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, here the fin puts me off.
I like this one when it's closes up. Yeah, it's a good option. But yeah.
It it looks like something from Armored Core if it's close.
Oh yeah, yeah. True, true. Yeah. So this is from Hari Winata. So good job, good job. And this is GP's choice from Tatsuya Matsuda. Uh, this is a Zaku 2. So GP,
Oh,
why did you pick this one?
Is that a custom? A custom Zaku?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a custom Zaku. Like the arms, the legs are very different, but they fit really well. It's like
G-Quax
a
version.
redesign.
yeah,
This is a,
Decox version.
Okay. I think I just like how he customized it to his own liking. He
hmm.
added details to that. So I'm like, very nice.
Uh, Joseph, do you customize your kits?
Not to this level.
Uh,
There's like some small add-ons,
mm-hmm.
but yeah, I'm not brave enough to like destroy my kits.
I like the color in this one. And that weapon too.
I like the legs.
Yeah, true, true.
Legs are nice.
Yeah.
Indeed.
The
The
arms,
ball sack waist is still there on the legs, though.
the arms is kind of okay, but I don't like the proportions of the arms. But
Mm,
the legs, damn.
yeah. And the weapon, that weapon, man. Look at that.
The proportion of the arms reminds me of the one from Requiem.
Yeah.
Raccoon, yeah.
Looking for vengeance. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. It's like it's very low, like how the shoulders are like very low, and then it's very long.
That's one gripe I have about that show. The arms are too long. They look gorilla-like. I
Hmm.
don't know how to explain it, but yeah,
You're right.
yeah,
They are too long.
yeah. They're too long. Yeah. Anyway,
To me, it feels like the shoulders are too low.
so was
The
it?
arms, I think, the arm length is fine, but the shoulders are too low, which makes it feel like it's long,
Oh, I
as
see.
compared to like other suits, right? Like when they pose it, it's like shoulders are always high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, that's what makes it long. I see. I see. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Joseph. This was a really fun interview. Um, once again, anything to promote, anything, where can they find you?
They can find me loitering around the Gunpla photography comment section, or if they choose to, they can check out my Parsite 7 gallery page.
Mhm.
It's a very long name, so just
Yeah, but it's
sorry about
catchy.
that.
Yeah, it's sketchy. Yeah.
Like Gallery 7.
Any last thoughts, Miguel? GP.
This was a
I,
very
I
good.
I have
Sorry.
I think we need to do a segment for the Cerulean project, right? Because I think
Mm.
all of us are really into
Mhm.
promoting mental health.
Mhm.
So yeah, let's pick off Joseph again if we do that in the future.
Yeah, maybe have Joseph with Josh on Mental
Yeah.
Health Awareness Day. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Uh, Stay tuned next week. We have a special announcement, and yeah. Thanks for watching, and remember, life's like a Gunpla. Take your time, cut clean, and never skip the panel lines. See you next time.
Oh, you didn't say the thing you said last time.
The use of marijuana